Welcome back to Cab's Kitchen. We're glad you're here to join us today, and I have no idea what to make. You ever get like that? It's lunchtime, it's dinner time. I don't know what to fix. I bet you may have something in your refrigerator that'll work fantastic. If you're like me, my wife makes rice almost every day, so I guarantee there's gonna be some leftover rice in here someplace. Yep. Do you ever make fried rice? I bet you've got some great things in your refrigerator you can make a fried rice with. I find most people have never made a fried rice. You can make it 10,000 different ways. You can make it with proteins, without proteins. You can do it healthy, you can do it unhealthy. You can put your family's favorite things in here if you got picky eaters in your house. In fact, if you don't know how to make rice, go catch my video on how to do a 10-minute stir fry and rice. Your rice will be fluffy, perfect every time, 10 minutes, I guarantee it. Let's do this. I'm gonna find out what I have in my refrigerator. We're gonna make a great fried rice. Make sure you're subscribing to our station and click that like button. That helps us a bunch, and I wanna see your comments down below as well. But let's start cooking. Let's make some fried rice. In my refrigerator, I found some Chinese sausage, which are really good. They're very, very sweet. Great flavoring to them. Cut them up nice and thin, and then usually cut them in half after that. Just want small pieces. Also with your vegetables. Today I've got a couple carrots, washed them up really good, got all my vegetables clean, and I'm just gonna shred these up beautifully. That's the perfect shape for fried rice. So once you've done those, I'm gonna take some cabbage, cut it to a wedge. I'm gonna take it all the way down to the last leaf everybody's been handling at the grocery store and just toss that part away. I like celery, but I don't really like the strings. Try this sometime. Take your strings, put them in your kitchen cutter, put it all the way down. Just let it take the meat off. Now you've got perfectly cut up celery with no strings attached. Just go ahead and throw that part away. They're hollow. No nutrition in that part anyway. In my fried rice, I want some eggs, so we're gonna take a few eggs, blend them up really good. We're gonna preheat my pan onto medium. We're gonna cook them like a scrambled egg, except for without the water or without the milk, because you don't want them real fluffy. So once I've got it preheated, I'll put just a light coating of an extra virgin olive oil and put my eggs in there. Great. Now once they begin to curdle, just pull it into the middle. Now I'm going to kind of cook these, almost undercook them a little bit, because they'll continue cooking more in my fried rice. But once I just got a light curdling on them, those are going to be perfect just like that. Now with a wok, most woks, they take a lot of heat, super high heat, to get your heat to the top of a pan. Now because this is a multi-layer pan, it's got the same temperature from the bottom to the top. It's a full 110 gauge, the thickest in the world. So I'm gonna get a really even distribution of heat everywhere. So I'm not gonna need high heat, just put it on to medium, that's good enough. With your leftover rice, I'll take a few cups of rice, throw a few tablespoons of water in there, and get your fingers in there and mush it all up. Just get your rice nice and moist again. I've preheated my pan, so I'm gonna put about only 2 tablespoons of an extra virgin olive oil. That's all the oil you'll need. That way it's a little healthier. Go ahead and add some onions. We'll just brown the onions in there, and we're gonna add a couple cloves of garlic as well. Beautiful. Once you get that mixed up really good, go ahead and add your Chinese sausage and mix it up. Well, you got your Chinese sausage all perfect. Now go ahead and add that rice. Throw it in there and mix everything up really good. Again, you're gonna learn with a fried rice, you're constantly stirring. So that way everything gets heated perfectly and all the flavors get blended together. Once you've got that all blended in really good, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of soy sauce. Again, mix it up. Now the rice will absorb the soy sauce very quickly. So once you've done that, we're gonna add 1 more tablespoon in. Blend that in very well. And then go ahead and add your vegetables. Gives that beautiful coloring. Mix them in really good one more time. So easy to do. This meal, you got about 5 minutes of prep and maybe 5 minutes of cooking, and you are good to eat. So it's just a fast, simple thing to make. And look at the beautiful colors you're gonna get as well. Once you've got that blended in perfectly, I'll throw my lid on for just about a minute or so and just let it simmer. That'll help lock in the moisture inside of there as well. Go ahead and take your lid off, and we're gonna add our eggs. Now, since the eggs are already cooked, it doesn't take long at all. That's why I add them last. Go ahead and put the eggs in and break them up into little tiny pieces because they come in as a big clump. mix them up really good inside of everything else, and that way you'll get that egg flavoring throughout as well. It's really good. I think we need a little salt and pepper, so just your liking. I'll just use a little bit of salt in there. That's a nice sea salt, and a little bit of crushed black pepper. And one of my favorite things, we're going to put about a tablespoon of sesame seeds over the top. And again, you're going to blend it all up, get all that flavoring everywhere, and that is a beautiful dish that's ready to eat. Oh my gosh, that looks good, and I'm hungry. So go ahead and serve it on up. You can put it in a bowl or a plate. Your family's going to love this. It's so easy to do. Put whatever you want in there as well. You can put peas in there. You can put cubes of ham. I've even seen people put Spam in it. And I like to top mine off with some green scallions on the top. I do those last because I don't want those cooked. I want that little bit of crunch in there. And for my wife, she gets the chopsticks. For me, not so good with those, so I'm going to go ahead and add myself a fork. Boy, let's eat. I know you're going to run out and make this, aren't you? It is really good and it's fun to make. Super simple. If you have any questions how to make it, again, in my description down below, I'll have this recipe for you. Or if you have questions how to make it, just put in your comments. I'll respond. Also, everybody, remember to subscribe to our station, and thanks to 360 Cookware for sponsoring our show. It really does help. Oh, by the way, if you guys want some of the best cookware in the whole world, go to their site, 360cookware.com. Use my code, CAB20, and they're going to let you take 20% off, which I think is pretty awesome. In our next show, I've got a treat for you. I finally talked my wife, Sopal, into joining us on the show. So we're going to do a competition. It's summer, salads are in. My salad versus hers. 9 vegetable garden salad. It takes 2 minutes to make. Also, I'm going to teach you how to do a homemade great raspberry vinaigrette dressing for it. And my wife is going to do a roasted vegetable salad. So we're going to do a competition between the two, see which one's better. We'll see you next time right here in Cab's Kitchen. So good.